Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+. Rated TV MALV. Viewer discretion advised. Maya Lopez has betrayed her mentor, the notorious Kingpin. Now on the run, she returns to her hometown to prepare for the biggest fight of her life. Don't miss Marvel Studios' hardest-hitting series yet. An epic 5-episode event. Marvel Studios Echo. All episodes streaming January 9th, only on Hulu and Disney+.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody Happy Hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
We are in the studio and it's our brand new studio. Caroline, are you sweating?
No, because we have air conditioner on. No radiators, no red hands. I'm feeling great. Yeah, the other one, we always had to turn the air off because it was loud.
It was real
by
loud.
the mics. So I always kind of complained, but not really. I just, made little comments here and there. But it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it was
and
hot.
it feels so good in here. Hopefully I'll have to wear my hoodie soon.
A little light shawl. We should wear a little light shawl.
No, I'm going to wear my Bloody Happy Hour hoodie. The ones that they can still purchase online.
Actually, purchasing's gone.
Oh, well.
Done. I need to take it down tonight. So if you watch us, tell us how you think our new studio looks or if it looks exactly the same. Also, this is our first time recording in here. Tell us how you think we sound. Is there a difference? Is it the same? We're just real excited because we're basically next door to Magnolia.
Oh, Joanna's on her way over right now.
Yeah, she's
she just texted me. She's like,
shiplap.
she just said, "Oh my gosh, I heard y'all are in a new studio. I'm coming over." And I was like, "Oh, it's the building with the bars on the window."
Right across from Jesse's Tortilla. Listen,
I'll tell her to stop and get us some chips and salsa. Because
all you out-of-towners, listen, you're going to go to Magnolia Silos, and then this is going to be the next stop, and then you're going to go across
It's a sight to see.
Tortillas.
It's a sight to see.
It's pretty great.
Can we talk about what we're drinking?
Tell them. And why?
Well, this is in honor of Hunter Biden. We're very patriotic today because today or yesterday we had a new video come out. April didn't know anything about it. I had to inform her. Which I do have to inform her about a lot of things, but it's just mainly pop culture and random news. He's in this like rehab center. This is from like 2018, but it was on his like infamous laptop. You know, the one that was like lost in that.
Just learned about that too.
Okay. Yeah, the laptop. Well, anyway, so he's like smoking a crack pipe, and he popped open a White Claw, and he's sitting naked in this like. It's like a green bathtub. I don't know. It's like what's the environment? It's like he's in a spa, but it's like
very relaxing.
And there's like music in the background, and he just smokes this little crack pipe and
I feel like
pops open a White Claw.
So we're drinking some White Claw. I got piña, pineapple.
Oh, I got blackberry.
Of course.
What a shock. And so I don't know, but he always records himself naked.
What does he have to lose? What's going to happen?
It kind of looks bad.
I mean, it is what it is.
Do you think it was a setup?
No, I think a Trump supporter was like, let's give this motherfucker some crack and a White Claw. Let's embarrass this Biden one more time.
Let's convince him to do it again.
He probably needed no convincing.
No, he didn't.
He might have had a lot of trauma.
Well, he's Catholic, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling what happened there.
And, Biden did, do stuff with his niece or cousin or I don't know.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well, that's the rumors on the street. Allegedly.
Good job.
You're so good.
Can you quote that source just so Bloody Happy Hour doesn't get yeeted?
Hey, that's our new word. You did so good using it.
Well, on a lighter note, I took a break from true crime for a bit. And I watched, you should all go and watch Love on the Spectrum. Autism Spectrum. So it's like a dating show.
I would learn about
for
how to go on a date.
Adults with autism who want to find love. And when you're autistic, you have horrible social skills.
I feel like I'm
it
developing
is so cute. Oh, listen, it is. If you want your heart just to be palpitated for something good, watch it.
Do they not? Because sometimes I don't do eye contact.
They hardly make any eye contact.
Yeah. I kind of feel like sometimes I'm a little autistic.
Yeah, because you will not eat nothing else on a Thursday but Whataburger. There can be a full buffet of I don't know, lobster and shrimp. And you're just like, nope, it's Thursday Whataburger.
You are so accurate.
Oh, no. And it's got to have mustard and pickles only.
Mustard and cheese only.
Mustard and cheese only. See how she just responded real quick?
Is that me? I think I've developed.
What would you do if they actually did put something on there that you did?
Only if it was mayonnaise or something that you had to... that you couldn't just peel off, or if it's onions, because they have those tiny little onions. But used to, back when I was little, I would get I would get so mad, and I would have to hit something.
Didn't you say your mom's on the spectrum?
No, I just assumed.
Oh.
I just said she had Asperger's because she doesn't get sarcasm.
Yeah.
And she just is always you're trying to make a joke and she's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm making a joke.
Big. So y'all go watch it. I'm going to tell you to watch something else later on. I just took a break from true crime because, I didn't write a story for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that was great. But I'm also watching the Kardashians.
Oh.
I was obsessed with them before, and I'm obsessed with them again.
No, but here's the thing. Celebrities these days, I feel are just, it's not as exciting because there's not as much intrigue because you already know, you're seeing them so much on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or somebody videoed them and it's leaked.
Well, maybe that's why I am excited because I don't follow them on all that.
All the stuff has already happened. We already know about it.
But I don't. It's brand new. I just found out that Colo we got cheated on again. It's all brand new to me.
Okay, but I have a question. Why they went from black
dudes to
no, they went from
white
big
boys.
they big butt, the butt implants to the thick thighs and all the fries or whatever. They were with the black guys. Now that they're all dating these skinny white guys, now they're all taking their butt implants out and they're getting real skinny.
Did they take them out?
Yes. Kim lost 30 pounds, but she had to squeeze into that Marilyn Monroe dress that she busted up.
Yeah. Well.
So I guess, and they all, now their hair's blonde and Kim's hair's blonde like Pete. So.
They set the trend. Maybe they're the type of people that adapt to whoever they're dating.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that I never got butt implants. And so now I'm back. I stayed with the trend, I think, with
So we're going to see if skinny's going to come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, because booties were it for a while. Booties and legs. I don't know what us thick people are going to do. We're going to have to...
Don't worry. It'll come back around 10 years. So just stay how you are. Okay. Stay how you are and you'll be back in it.
Do you have any other updates?
I have a review.
Yeah.
I have a review. This one is from your friend DTFABR.
Down to find a back road.
And you made that up.
Nope. She made me guess.
Oh, okay. Crime and laughter is what it says. Love listening to April and Caroline. If you love a good true crime story with some added funny commentary, this is the podcast for you. April Y'all should put a poll out about which is the scariest, owls, clowns, or cats.
She's got them in the wrong order because it's
Cats, clowns, owls.
What's it called when you're scared of something?
You're frightened.
Phobia. I do
Oh,
have
your
a
phobia.
newfound phobia
Owl talons?
of owls.
Now that you watched Michael Peterson
Uh-huh.
or listened and saw those
And
talons?
I still don't.
Do you still think the owl did it? You still think the owl did it?
I still
I
can't
need y'all
rule
to
it
know.
out.
I need y'all to tell me what y'all think. I need to know what y'all's theory is.
Please go
I
watch
think
the
she
staircase.
beat. I think he beat her head into the stairs.
But the skull wasn't cracked. That would cause the skull to crack.
But
It
she
was
had all
just
those lacerations.
But there was no skull crack, so it was just surface.
Oh my gosh! Would the skull would have cracked?
Huh?
The skull would have cracked.
Yes. So rule that out.
But why did he not hear her scream if an owl attacked her?
Oh,
Why would she
they
not run
tested
out
it.
to him?
They tested it, and they went out to his pool.
In your
and they
HBO
closed
show?
the door and yelled and screamed, and the other investigator was inside, and you wouldn't have been able to hear anything.
But
if she did.
she's got to be getting attacked with the owl from outside. What do
No.
you-
Yeah, it did. She was putting out her reindeer, and the owl just kind of scooped down and grabbed her, and then scooped up, and she ran in, but she was grabbing her hand, and she grabbed the doorway, and I think she was going upstairs to go check everything. Or maybe she thought Michael was upstairs, and then she slipped and then went backwards and then just passed out, but woke up and there was blood everywhere. She was trying to get up and she was coughing blood and everything because she hit her head, and that's why the blood was that crazy.
I'm sorry. I can't. I just think if you're like bleeding like crazy, the first thing you're going to do is go to somebody else who is there.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Did she have it? Was she like in shock and she was like, oh, he's upstairs?
No, she told me. I prayed to her.
I don't know, but it's crazy.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Well,
April, what are you doing today? I have no idea.
it's a quickie.
Oh, good.
Yes. It's real quick. Quick little story that I just happened upon. So I love when we
Because you
just
are on
don't
summer
have-
break.
I mean, yes, I accidentally found it and I was like, sure, it's quick. Let me get it done.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of it. It's called the wife swap murders.
Oh, sounds like a swinger situation.
It does. No upside down pineapples, though. It's actually totally opposite. Did you ever watch the show Wife Swap? They used to come on TV?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's kind of what this is about. So let me tell you about the wife swap murders.
Okay.
This happened the other day, April 2008. And there was a wife swap episode that aired, of course, on ABC, and it was based out of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So there was two families, like there always are, Stockdale Family and the Tankovic Family. I probably butchered that.
Yeah, you probably did.
And then, of course, always the families were totally opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
yeah.
juicy, right? That's what makes it juicy. So the Tankovic family was like very laid back, while the Stockdale family like was not. And they had totally different philosophies on like how to raise their children. So if you remember an episode, it's been so long.
Yeah.
Remember the wife swap. So the wife goes to the other family's house, right? And they get there and there's these book of rules. Right? And so that first week, you have to follow whatever their family rules are. And then that second week, the wife can implement or modify their own
And they
rules.
get real pissed.
Yeah. So let me introduce the Tankovic family. There was Laura and John, that's mom and dad. They had a son that was called Tivik. He was self-proclaimed white boy rapper, next Eminem.
Oh,
And they had a daughter named Megan. But also in this house, they had their live-in boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're teenagers. They're like sophomore, juniors, seniors in high school. And so their boyfriend, so T-Vic's girlfriend lived there, and then her boyfriend lived there. And they didn't have jobs.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. This was a very laid-back family, remember I
Well,
said.
where's the family of the live-in boyfriend, live-in girlfriend?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So they did nothing like to contribute to the household. They didn't have any rules. They didn't have any chores. They didn't work. They didn't cook. They didn't clean.
No.
But the parents also didn't cook or clean.
Oh, hell.
So they ate out every day. They're just very open. The parents wanted to be their friends, and they'll say and
it's
admit
never
that.
good. Never a
Yeah.
good thing.
So they talk about sex openly, drugs. I watched the episode, and the mom was like, "So what are y'all doing for birth control?" And she was like, "Nothing."
Pull
And
out.
she's like a sophomore.
What?
They
Wait,
all
so these
smoked.
were episodes?
You can go and watch the episode.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on season 4, and so I'll tell y'all about it, and then I'll tell you what episode it is. But it's season 4. It's on Hulu. I just watched it earlier. It's a good episode to watch.
oh my gosh.
They didn't wake up till 1:00 every day.
Oh my gosh.
Went to school sometimes. Smoked cigarettes, and the
In the
worst
house.
part in the house. And they had
And
cats.
they put this. Oh no! I'm
So
done.
there was like ashtrays.
They
with
have
cigarettes
McDonald's
in there.
bags, and that's where they put their cigarettes.
Cats, and so it showed like
Disgusting.
cats all over the.
I'm completely judging you if this is your
counters.
life.
Yeah, if this is your life.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're overweight.
Unsubscribe. All the kids.
Everybody
The
in the
mom
household.
is not the kids and not the daddy. I think the mama ate all the McDonald's and they just smoked their cigarettes.
The dad's like the skinny dad, like super skinny.
Yeah.
He's like wearing those tight Wranglers and
Yes. So they have cats. Can cats control the house? Like it's just gross.
I can't.
So then the Stockdale family, mom and dad was Kathy and Tim. They had 4 boys named Calvin, Charles, Jacob, and James. So all boys. In their mind, they had a very wholesome family. And what made them wholesome is their family bluegrass band. Bluegrass music. It was called the Stockdale Family Band. And Catherine was self-proclaimed band manager. So they had like the banjo, the guitar, the violin, the harmonica, anything that's off a hee-haw.
Cringe.
Bluegrass.
Cringe.
Oh, I should have
city.
had some music to play for y'all.
I'm
They
cringing.
actually wrote 3 albums together, and they traveled the country singing and touring.
I
They would
can't.
kind of get paid. But she kept her kids very secluded, of course.
Yeah.
Red
Helicopter.
flag number 1,
Helicopter mom?
homeschool.
Oh. Well, these days, I mean, that's becoming more prevalent, I think.
She homeschooled
But still,
them.
I'm not trying to homeschool anybody.
No.
No.
She had very strict rules and procedures. They actually left the city so that they can protect their boys from things in the city and rap music. Like those were like the 2 main reasons for moving from the
I
city.
can't.
They had very limited
Are they
television.
Amish?
No, but they are very close. They had, or maybe they were, it never really came out. They had to do chores, and they would get tokens for chores, and they would cash in these tokens for privileges, which, okay, there's a token economy in every classroom and in a lot of households, but they were like 12,
Was she a teacher?
13.
I feel like she's a teacher.
I mean, she thought she was.
Yeah, she's
She
basically a teacher.
homeschooled.
Oh, that's right.
She was their teacher at home. Like their
okay.
token. So it would be, they would get a token per day or per chore. And it depended on how well you did the job and your attitude when you did the job. You had to humbly do your chores.
Oh my gosh.
There was no cussing, no dating. And mom said that she wanted control over their character and their education. There was a very detailed menu that they ate day by day, and you had to finish your food, and you were not allowed to eat outside of planned meal times. So there wasn't like a mid-morning 10 o'clock snack. no candy, no sodas. You ate from the earth. For a good time,
I cannot.
they had to
Did they really do? Okay, go ahead.
read to each other. This is for a good time.
For a good time.
In their spare time, for a good time, they read to each other. They would sing to each other. Because video games and sports were not allowed.
And they're all gay now, which is fine. Which is fine.
So her meals
She wanted all her boys to not go off and be with another
Never
female.
leave
She
her,
did not want,
never leave
never
her
leave
ever.
me, stay with me forever, bring more boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So her meal menu was very limited. It consisted of only link sausage, sauerkraut, and bread. Giblets
from West?
and gravy. Yeah. Giblets and gravy. Fried liver and gizzards with bread and butter. Sardines on hot buttered toast. Scrambled eggs. Yeah, I already said that. Scrambled eggs.
I would literally be starving
Die.
to death.
Like, there's
I would
not
have to
one thing- I
jump
would
out of the
eat-
window like the Hart Family kid, jump
go.
out, go to the neighbor, and be like, "Fill my basket up with food, please," because they feeding me.
Except for
feeding me
there's no
some-
neighbors. Like,
Oh,
they're secluded.
well,
I would eat the sausage and sauerkraut. That's
I
about
would
it.
eat the
I don't even
sausage.
love eggs. You don't like sauerkraut? Get out of here.
No.
Check.
I know.
Every day
because
they
I-
had to wake up at 7:30 a.m. sharp, and they had a 4-minute warning for all meals. Like, there was a bell. This was the warning bell. And if you were late, even by a minute to a meal, you paid a fee.
Okay, with your tokens. With your tokens.
Yes. With their tokens, they could earn a stick of gum, or they can watch a pre-approved family-friendly movie.
Okay. Well, I'd rather live in the other house with smoking cigarettes
Yeah.
and McDonald's. I'm just saying.
4 p.m. was everyday debate, and then they had to practice their band instruments. If they had enough tokens, they could either watch that TV or they could listen to the actual radio on a pre-approved bluegrass station.
Okay.
Okay, so where do you think the murder happened? Tankovic family or Stockdale family?
Wait, which one's the homeschool? Those
Stockdale.
ones. Stockdale. And the smoking
Is
fat
Tankovic.
family is Tankovic.
Yeah.
Where
Where's
did the
their
murder
occur?
Oh, for sure with the bluegrass band. For sure.
Okay. So I just kind of went over like their family values or whatever. So now it's week 2 and it's time to like implement your rules. So now you don't have to follow their rules. You can implement your rules.
Okay, so strict Mormon mom. I'm totally labeling all
Yeah,
these things.
yeah.
Strict Mormon mom is over there at McDonald's house.
Yes.
And
yes.
she's implementing her strict rules.
Yes. Because
And
the first
then-
week she had to follow everything that they would normally do.
And then cigarette mom with McDonald's is over at the bluegrass house.
yes. Yes. Good job.
So I need to figure out who is the murderer.
Yes. You guessed Stockdale family, right? Okay, so Laura is switching the rules. So Laura Tankovic is McDonald's and smoking with the cats.
Okay.
She was like, oh no. She like actually cried and she was like, this is so sad. They don't make not one decision for themselves. They are not living a life. They're basically robots because they get up, they
Yeah.
eat, they look at their chore, and they start like going about their day until
Yeah.
another bell rings and they do something different. So she switched the rules and she was like, you teenagers, y'all need to get your wee-wees wet. Like, you're going to date. You're going to have friends over. And she cleaned out all the liver and gizzards, and she bought like
Good.
Totino's pizza.
Get
like,
it, Tankerville.
all processed food that they had to cook in a
They
microwave.
literally threw up the next day
They
for
were sick.
days.
They were actually scared to eat the food.
They were
There
like,
were no chores. She said, Dad, you're taking. So the husband had to take all the kids' chores. And the kids were allowed to play video games and do what they wanted.
oh,
This was
introducing sin into their lives.
Sin.
How dare you?
The kids were so emotional. They were crying. it would show them having powwows with her, and she was like, I don't believe in dating. The little boy, he was like, I think there's better ways for me to get to know girls, and dating is not it. Wait, what? How?
I don't understand.
And you don't go anywhere. Nobody comes over. They were brainwashed.
Clearly.
So now back at the Tankovic house. So now we're at the McDonald's house.
Yep.
And Catherine, the Mormon mom, gets to change the rules. And so she's bringing order into the house.
She's bringing her schedule and her tokens.
Yeah, she actually does.
No.
And so first she's like, you are too friendly with your boyfriend, girlfriend. She was like, I would have never allowed an unmarried couple to live in my house.
Yeah, you probably don't, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of her reasoning behind things are
but she's
genuine,
extreme.
but she's extreme.
Yeah.
So she makes the boys go sleep in the basement and the girls sleep upstairs. Nothing wrong with that. And then she actually got them those babies that you have like in class that like cry
like
and
in home
poop and
ec.
pee.
Yes.
And they had to take care of it. And then
Just get one of those like Hatchimal thing. Remember those things from like
no.
Okay.
She implemented chores, rules, and procedures, and they had to get up every morning by 8 o'clock. They had their chore list. They earned tokens, and that house looked decent.
Okay.
So
I'm
it
not
was
mad
like
about it.
good. Of course, they were like griping, but they were like it just rolled off their back. Also, the rapper Avic or T-Vic or whatever his name was, he was not allowed to rap about sex, drugs, alcohol, or cuss.
Okay.
And
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, I know. So
How old is he?
Like 18, 19. So, of course, there's a lot of back and forth. And at the end of the show, they come together and they powwow. And the moms never get along. You're horrible. Yeah. Whatever. They leave. It's not good. Well, let's go to the strict house.
Okay.
2 of the boys. So show's over. And teenagers grow up. And they're like, well, I guess when you get college age, you're allowed to leave if you want to. We discourage it, but you're allowed to leave. So the oldest 2 boys, Calvin and Charles, they decided they're going to go to college and go to med school. Great. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it only left the other 2 boys at the house with the parents. So that's Jacob and James. So the band got smaller, but they still traveled. They still played their bluegrass.
I can't with this band.
Nothing changed after wife swap. And usually they'll do an update. And so like the Tankovic family, they kept their house clean. The kids started helping. They got jobs. Like it was kind of positive for them.
Yeah.
They got order into their house.
Yeah.
But the
Skrovachnik?
what the hell's their last name?
I don't know.
Scottsdale? I just lost it. You made me lose it. Damn, this White Claw got Bidenberg. Got Hunter Biden brain.
Oh no, that's never good.
I forgot their name. Oh, Stockdale. Stockdale family didn't change anything because the way she was doing it was right. So 9 years after the show aired, we're June 25th, 2017. The police get a 911 hang-up call at a residence in Beach City, Ohio. And so according to this article in People, officers pulled up and they heard a single gunshot. So when they went into the house, they found Jacob Stockdale. He is 25 years old. He was
the drummer.
I don't remember which one.
The banjo player.
The one of the banjo player. He was bleeding from a gunshot wound to the head. As he walked further inside the house, he found the bodies of Catherine Stockdale, the mom, and James Stockdale, another brother. Dad was gone. So dead in the house is mama and the 2 sons. And so quickly the officers realized that Jacob, the 25-year-old, killed his mom, killed his brother, and then turned the gun on himself.
Because they were the only ones there at the house, and the other brothers were already gone to college.
Gone to college, starting their
Oh,
life.
he hated his
dad.
Wait,
was
he's
gone.
25?
He's 25. He decided not to leave and go to college. He decided to stay. So the
because
two
he
kids
needed
that
to
were there are
breastfeed
25
still.
and
He
21.
was still breastfeeding.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yep.
But 25 and 21, like they're old. They're grown men.
Yes.
They should have been gone, but she wanted them there. So Jacob actually wasn't dead. So the brother that killed mom and brother and tried to kill himself.
Oh, he was alive.
He was still alive.
Oh.
He did this shooting with a 20 gauge shotgun. And the police on their report, they were like, we had never been out to this house before. Jacob had never been in any trouble. Like they were in just as much shock as
There was no
else.
red flags.
No red flags.
Like he didn't have like 18 knives and threatened to kill his family. And even though that's the other family was a rapper. I'm just thinking of I'm just
He
thinking
didn't
of
have
the.
girlfriends, boyfriends living in with them. There was no record. There was no nothing. But he also never went anywhere to get in trouble. So James, the brother that died, was described as the fun one of the group. And then the husband described the mom as a very devoted, loving wife and mother. She had a strong Christian faith. She had passion for learning, natural health, and organic farming.
Okay.
They had double funerals together, and a lot of people in the community raised like $14,000 to help pay for their funeral memorial. Jacob was in the hospital. He was in critical condition, and actually there was a GoFundMe account just for him to help with his hospital and recovery.
Oh.
And people were like, had mixed emotions about this.
Yeah, because like he's the
killer.
yeah.
He actually has a bunch of surgeries, rehabs, but 1 year later, he is released.
What?
And then immediately charged.
Okay.
So he goes to jail for murder. And this is 1 year later, and people have no idea why he killed his mom or why he killed his brother. Who you think goes to TMZ and gives her opinion?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard and the ACLU.
You.
Laura Tankovic. She's like
The
TMZ.
wife swapper.
Yes. She's like, you know what? He is the one that when she let them play video games and stuff, he at first broke down, ran outside, and said that he was going to burn in hell for watching TV and playing video games. She said he was brainwashed and that she did not give them free will. She was like this. In the Bible, it says free will, free will. The Lord wants us to have free will, but she did not give them free will or choices, and she thinks that it caught up with him. So now people are like, oh, now we know more. They go back and watch the episode.
Yeah.
Could this have been traumatic for him? Is he in his right mind? Could this have been a, chaotic environment?
Clearly.
So his lawyer was like, you're going to plead not guilty for reason of insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a mental evaluation, and the first doctor was like, he's fine.
How do you do after you've just had like, I don't know what.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
You're in a
So let me
completely, and
show
it's a
you.
year later, and you've been sedated and had all these surgeries, right?
Yes, cognitively you have to be off. So this was him before he shot himself. So y'all go and look on our Facebook and Instagram page. There's a picture of the family. Now swipe over, and that's him after.
Oh.
So
Wow.
when you shoot yourself, you do it right here in the head,
Yeah.
in the temple, and you see it affected his eye and his vision. It had to affect your brain at some point.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
they don't give a
his
shit
whole
about that.
face looks different.
They're talking about at the time of the murder, was he in his right mind? So no matter how he is now, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Well, how can you determine that? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
he's scary looking now. So anyways, he had a second evaluation. So they were like, his lawyer was like, give me a second opinion. Bring another doctor in here. And that doctor said that he does have trauma. He is not ready to stand trial, but he could be rehabbed with or fixed or whatever with a lot of rehabilitation. So he spent 2 years in a mental institution and got a bunch of counseling and did all these things. They even did mock trials for him. They set up courtrooms, they did objections, asked him questions to make sure he would know what was going on if he had to go to trial.
Yeah.
So they were grooming him to be ready for trial, to make sure that he knew what was going on. So he thought he was Ted Bundy a little bit.
Oh no.
Because he
Not
tried
even
to
close.
escape
Oh, in prison?
twice. The mental institution.
I mean, that's...
Yes. But he was
What?
no Ted Bundy because he didn't go nowhere. The first time they go to the library, well, he hid in between the library shelves while everybody went, back to their room.
Mm-hmm.
And he stayed there until late after hours because he was going to find some way to sneak out. Or it didn't happen. They found him. And then the second time was during visitation hours, and there were a bunch of people leaving out the front door at one time. So he was like, let me just sneak out with them. They'll never know.
Poor planning, guy. Poor planning. No, you are no Ted Bundy. So quit trying to front.
No Ted Bundy.
We need to yeet him out of here.
He's
He's yeeted.
By February of 2020, he had been found sane. They had gone back and forth. But you have to have a sanity trial. And this was set for March 2020. What happened March of 2020?
COVID, pandemic.
Postponed a bunch of times, postponed.
Of course.
But by May of 2021, his trial was set.
Okay.
And all they know is his family, who has kept in contact with him this whole time, have forgiven him, supported him, came and visited him. And instead of going to trial, he, out of the blue, decided to plead guilty. And he was sentenced to 30 years in prison. 15 years for mommy, 15 years for brother. What? After the family pleaded for the judge to give him the lighter sentence. Because they're like, we forgave him. It happened to us the most out of everybody. If we forgive him, he should give him a lighter penance. No. 30 years. 30 years. And so that's where he is right now.
Why did he kill the brother?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. Nobody knows. He has not talked about it.
Since there was no trial, then...
It didn't come out. He never talked about it. He would never tell the investigators. He never told the doctors. He didn't say, my mom created anxiety, or he didn't say...
Nothing?
We had a fight. Nobody knows right now to this day. People just guess that because she was just so strict and so controlling that he just...
I wonder how he is on the episode. How does he act on the episode? Does he act weird?
Normal kid, yeah. So I wrote this, and then I watched the episode, and I looked for indicators, and no. But what I do think is sad, kind of ironic, that mom and dad worked so hard to raise their kid in a wholesome environment, to keep them away from crime, and then one of their sons is spending 30 years in prison for murdering 2 members of the family. I think that's sad.
That is really sad. But that's also very interesting.
So go watch the episode.
I wonder if the boyfriend or girlfriend at the McDonald's house stayed together, and did they get pregnant?
Did they stay together?
Did they have a family?
Yeah, because during the episode, the mama was like, if you really want to be a part of this family, you'll get married right now. And she brought this priest and the Bible and everything, and they were like, oh no.
I wonder if they're still together.
I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Tankovic got paid by TMZ to give that interview. So what do you think? Why do you think he killed them? Do you think he would have been a murderer anyways? Do you think it was the video games that he was allowed to play afterwards? Because she did give him that freedom. If they earned it.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I was gonna be like, maybe they were being molested, but I don't know by who. The mom. Like
yeah.
Does that ever happen?
I think that he flipped out on the mom and shot the mom because he was just done with it.
If they're so perfect, like, why do they have guns?
Oh, because they're hunters.
Okay, well,
They would hunt. They would eat off the land, so they would. That's
Can't
why
use
they
a bow
had
and arrow?
liver and gizzards.
oh, because they literally took them
Killed.
out of the birds that they hunted. Okay, I thought they went to bushes. I don't know.
I think he had it enough with mom. Went in there and shot her.
Snapped. He needs to be on Snapped.
And then brother
Got in the way.
got in the way, and then he just had to shoot.
He's like,
brother.
get out of the way! I'm trying to kill mom because she's psycho.
Yeah. Do you think he got adequate?
He
amount of
had to
time?
have been already a little mentally ill because they don't have any friends. They have no social life.
There's nobody to even ask.
They are stuck at home. They're probably scared to go anywhere because they don't know how to socialize with people. So they're just driving themselves crazy.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, you're 25. You've never gone to elementary, middle school, high school, college. You're just sitting at home with your parents. Do they even watch porn? Like, no. Like, what do you do? Do they even, like, do anything in the shower with them? Do they play with themselves? Like,
It's fornication that is not allowed.
okay, well, how are they supposed to
You
eat?
can go to hell for
Well,
that.
he's dropping the soap in prison, so I don't know what to tell you.
Do you think it's a fair sentencing? 30 years?
I mean, it's okay. I'm trying to compare it to. Wait, I mean, I'm surprised if he wouldn't get out earlier.
He has to stay in until 2048 at least. And then he's eligible for parole then. But he very well could get out. I just felt.
I'm
bad.
going to need him to tell us, though, what happened.
Maybe eventually he will like start talking.
Well, he needs to start talking, and then maybe they'll like let him, I don't know, out earlier. I don't know. He's murdered people just staying there for as long as I care. They'll probably let him out with the next
He wouldn't know
COVID.
what
I
to
don't
do
know.
outside anyways.
No,
wouldn't know
he
what to do
probably
in the
would
real
just,
world.
he would like be homeless or something. So just keep him in there.
Well, that is all I have.
I have all the empathy right now.
That is the wife swap.
Great job. I've never heard of it. I don't even know how you found it. That's so, I love those.
I
love
the
those
episode.
random ones. But yeah.
2 articles, but Kendall Ray did a thing on it, and
Yes.
I don't know how I started listening to it. I don't listen to her all the time,
Yeah, I don't either.
but I was like, this
I
is
like
good.
those like ones that are interesting but like random.
Yeah,
I was gonna do one like that, but instead, guess what?
you got a big
I
one.
got the biggest one
I
of the
don't
freaking
even-
year.
I don't even know how or why you agreed to that. So next week, tell them.
I was
Give 'em the
coerced.
Give them the scoop. Give 'em
Y'all,
the scoop.
if you haven't already noticed, our little teaser that we posted, there's a big case coming up next week.
yeah, has something to do
That
with
would
juice.
be Orenthal James Simpson.
I was gonna say Smith.
OJ.
OJ.
It is happening. We're going to have a guest on. He's going to talk about it with us. It's going to be probably a couple of episodes. I've already started with it, and there's so many things that I did not know because I was 10 years old when this happened.
Okay. I don't know a lot lot about it too. So
I
I'm
know.
excited about
So
it.
I'm
But we're gonna have a
excited to
pro.
get it. Yeah.
We're
We
gonna have a
basically
pro
have an
here, too.
expert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's kind of famous, small town famous in Waco.
Yeah.
And he also has another podcast.
He does. It
And
does
it's
not.
a sober podcast.
He's gonna judge us.
So he's going to judge us and we're going to just keep drinking.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. I get to take the next 2 weeks off and just listen.
I know.
It is
so
gonna be a two-parter,
we have
right?
OJ. Oh, I'm sure it's going to have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's OJ.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I just didn't realize because I just knew there was a murder and a Bronco that was driving
That's
down
it.
the street
Yeah.
and they were chasing him. And I saw it on the TV when I walked by to go eat my chicken nuggets or something. I don't know.
You need to watch the Dave Chappelle episode. I think they did the black draft. It was like the racial draft or something like that. So it basically had the white people drafting people, the Mexicans or the black people drafting people, and I think there was Chinese people drafting people. So they were drafting like famous celebrities who they don't want to claim. So the black people traded OJ for guess who?
They're trading a black person for another black person,
No,
or they're trading for a white.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of OJ.
Oh,
but
yeah, because remember
they're-
OJ didn't claim black people.
Yes,
so they were like, we want to make a trade. We're gonna trade. I think we
like
need to go
Prince
watch
or Michael Jackson. Oh, somebody who's
Bill Clinton. Oh, they were like, we want to trade OJ
no.
Simpson.
Michael Jackson was black and he turned white, so that's
for Bill Clinton. Because
What?
black people claim Bill Clinton because he was just a
more
hood president.
black than OJ.
Yeah,
Because OJ apparently was real white.
yeah.
I
tell
did
us
not
all
realize
about
it. So just
So go watch the Black Draft. That'll be a little bit of funny in that episode. But that is it.
yay!
Done. We will see y'all next Thursday. Stay tuned for information on live shows. Stay tuned for information about the t-shirts and when to pick them up or when they're shipping them. I'm putting the order in the next
Soon.
48 hours.
Just say soon.
Real soon. I think that's it. Hey, go on and rate, review, and subscribe.
Yes, please.
We love ratings, so keep doing that. We love the reviews even more.
We do.
Caroline, they should never what?
Don't forget to. Oh shit. Why don't you try that
It's
again?
so good for so long.
You know what? It's just you go ahead, try it again.
So don't forget to
Stay aware
stay alive.
and always be DTF.
Down to find
The murder. You did.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.